All right, we see that the Bears definitely are in control currently. We definitely do not want to discount this move going on, because if we look at the weekly, we see that again we are breaking the lows of a couple weeks candle. I mean, we're going back almost pretty much the whole month has been wiped out last month from yeah, pretty much all last month currently is wiped out. I mean, this candle is still, the lows of this candle are 200, but I think, you know, we're a sneeze away from it, quite honestly. And this is where the it closed. So that's the big thing, is the volume was declining, and we see where the market is closed versus this is now a closed candle. So are we calling a top? Absolutely not. We have to see a little bit more price action. There's still a lot of stuff to chew through. We can't just say because we have a bearish candle that it's instantly supposed to be down, but you do have to respect that on the weekly this is definitely a candle not to be taken for granted at all. So looking at the daily time frame, we can see we've broke this previous high. So again, we want to see how the retracement goes. Again, if we're looking at how the move is going to come, we definitely want to see if it can hold this 195 level. That 195 is 50% of this entire move. It stays above that, we won't be extremely bearish, but as it gets below that, we'll definitely be starting to look at some more positions to the downside. You have the QQQ. Hold on just a second. QQQ, sorry about that. QQQ is again giving what we wanted to see regarding it's still closing near the lows of the day. So it came up bearish, and then it gapped down and came up and gapped down again. So if we look at intraday, we could look at a 30-minute, and we could see that it pretty much, you know, opened up strong and then gave it all back and some at the close. So it closed below the open. So you definitely see that there's definitely weakness. We saw that the fade here pretty much came back again, closed near the lows and gapped up. If people got aggressive, again, we said stand down yesterday for any longs, just because again, it wasn't a matter of you just saying, okay, it's just because the pullback wasn't significant at all. Okay, and again, if I wanted to go short, I want this type of pattern before I look to go to anything else. IWM again, we said that we had these lower highs in place. Again, that doesn't mean that you go short there. It didn't break above this high or this high to continue higher. But we have some sideways movement. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 way consolidation, and might be breaking to the downside. So we have to be cautious regarding that. Again, diamond, you can see that it's definitely been moving to the lower side. I mean, this is kind of Captain Obvious stuff, but again, it's just to look and say, okay, it's coming to test these highs. If it comes back and breaks below this low, even on the weekly, we definitely know that we might be in some trouble, or at least we're going to start looking at some more aggressively to the bearish side of things. Some of the names that I looked at, I was still looking bearish, quite honestly. Is one is Google. Google is continuing to not, I mean, it's a downtrend, so you treat it accordingly. And it came to 50%, broke down, and then pretty much it's been breaking down. I think it goes to 502, 500. You have GoPro. Again, that one is continuing. Again, they had a little bit of analyst mumbo jumbo that make the gap up, but it closed near the lows of the day. So I would not be bullish this at all right now. I mean, it's definitely given up a lot. And if you look at the weekly, it actually looks a little bit uglier on the weekly. We saw this little pendant that we see now breaking down, so we have to be cautious regarding that. We have Tesla. Tesla, same thing, got to the 50% mark and didn't hold, and pretty much just collapsing. Again, this is close to targets. Target would be around 202, and again, you could just be trailing your stop probably above this portion if you got in around here, and just let your runners run. You have IBM. IBM again. I'm not looking to chase any bombs. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down, consolidation move down to the downside. I wouldn't be trying to guess the bottom with this at all. People were buying the blood. I just don't like it regarding that. So it is what it is. We had Tesla. We have this. So again, I think, I don't want to put too many names on this because I want to keep this short. I'll actually finish up with Baba. Baba, again, if you're aggressive, maybe you got here and you're in the short still. Again, it doesn't look that bad because it's still holding this level. Also, I didn't do Apple. Of all things, I usually do Apple. Apple is breaking down again. If you were aggressive, you got this short right here, and you continue to run your stops down, closing at a lower day. Now it's layering up here, so we just have to see how this plays out, because if it breaks above this high, that could actually be a pretty good buy, as weird as it sounds. So we have to see what the markets do, though. Is it finish retracing, or because again, at the end of the day, is Apple all of a sudden a shitty company from, you know, the end of November? No, it's following what the market's actions is doing. So we want to make sure that we're looking at the QQQ, because no matter how good the company is, it's going to follow the indexes. The index is the tide, and that's what you have to understand, and that's what you don't want to trade against. So again, be very, very cautious with going on, especially the volume might be drying up a little bit for the following weeks, and go from there. Okay, we're not looking at it again. Don't believe none of that bullshit Santa rally stuff. Trade the chart. If it happens to be rallying at December, that's fine, but don't say it's going to rally at December because we get a Santa rally. That's just dumb trading. Okay, take care.